Good, mor- Good morning everyone. Today I will be presenting the fluidization through fluidized bed. So firstly we have to know that what is the fluidization. So fluidization is one of the methods available for contacting granular solids with fluids. Fluidization, it provides the higher interfacial area of the contact and higher transfer rate, that is the heat or mass transfer rate. When fluid passes upward through a bed of solids, there will be a certain pressure drop across the bed and required to maintain the fluid flow. It depends on three things. Firstly, the geometry of the bed. Second, velocity of the fluid. And third, characteristic of the particles. In fluidization, three phenomena occurs. So first one, at lower fluid velocity. So this is our bed. So at the lower fluid velocity, there is a pressure drop across the bed, but the solid bed is static. So this one will be the static at the lower lower fluid velocity, and the pressure drop remains constant. So moment gradually increase the velocity of the fluid through the bed, so it starts expand. So at that particular velocity, it is known as the incipient velocity. Once the particles are separated, that is this particle are separated from each other, so the pressure required to maintain the fluidization is less. When velocity further increase, the pressure drop remains constant until the bed assumes a loosest stable form of the packing. Firstly, we have to determine the pressure drop per unit bed length as a function of superficial fluid velocity. So now second one is we have to determine the fluidization velocity, minimum fluidization velocity from the experimental data, and we have to compare with the theoretical data. And third one is we have to analyze the effect of the Reynolds number. Before starting this experiment, firstly we have to know that each and every part of this apparatus. So this one is the recycle line. It is easily visible, and to maintain the flow rate of this recycle line, we have to use the gate valve. So this one is the gate valve. This is the storage tank, where we can see that it is already available some level of the some amount of the water, and this will be used for our further experiment. The rotameter, and it is used for to measure the flow rate. So, and this is the manometer. So by the use of the manometer, we can analyze how much pressure drop is occurring inside the column. So this one is the fluidized bed column. So where this is the packing material. So this is the glass packing material. So as the material, it is in the spherical in the shape, and this is the whole column. So that fluid is water. Now we are going to start our experiment. So firstly we have to on the started that centrifugal pump. So it is pumping the water from the storage tank. So here we can see that right now this valve is at the closed position. So it means that the water is not flowing through the bed. So what firstly we have to do that, firstly we have to open this valve very slowly, so that the flow rate inside the column will be very less. So here I am opening the valve. So here we can see that the flow is occurring through this bed, and to measure the pressure drop across the bed, we have to open this knob. So right now these knobs are at the closed position. So here we can easily see that this is going at the bottom of the column, and this one is going at the top of the column. It means that we have, by the use of these two lines, we can measure the pressure drop across the bed. What is the pressure difference between the bottom and the top? So right now I am going to open these knobs. So here we can see that initially the level was exactly at the same position. So right now the level got changed because the pressure at the bottom is higher than the pressure at the top. and at that particular velocity here the bed is static, so there is no expansion of the bed. The fluid is flowing through the bottom to top, but the expansion of this bed is zero. At the same time we have to measure the height of the bed. So right now the height of the bed is around at 11.5 centimeter. So we are going to measure from the bottom. So here this is the scale. So here it is mentioned that the bed height is around 11.5 centimeter. Now I am going to increase the flow rate of the fluid through the bed. So here we have to see that at the both places. So once the flow rate will increase, it means that it will show here the pressure difference. See, now I have increased the flow rate, so here we can see that this is the difference right now, and here we can see that till now there is no change in height of this packing material. So again we have to increase the fluid velocity. Now we can see that the bed height got increased, and here we can easily see that the fluidization is now started. So but it is not that much high fluidization, because the bed height got increased from 11.5 to 13, and here it is easily visible the fluidization is occurring, but still it is in the incipient position. Now what we have to do, again we have to increase the further flow rate of that fluid. So again I am going to open the valve. Now we can see that again it is increasing. Now it got up to 14 centimeters. So the height of the bed, it got the 14 centimeter, and the difference of this column is also got increased because of the pressure drop. Now again I am going to increase the fluid velocity. So here we can see that the bed of the column, it got up to 17 centimeter, and the pressure drop in the column almost remains what the constant, because here the pressure is not changing now while increasing the flow rate of that fluid. So at this position the pressure drop it is highest. So it means that if we will increase the further fluid velocity in the column, the pressure drop remains constant, and at this particular flow rate the fluidization is now it is occurring, and the height of that bed it got up to 26. Now I am again increasing the flow rate. The pressure drop remains constant, while increasing the flow rate the fluidization is occurring, and the particles are totally separated from each other. The column totally got filled with the particles. Now again what we have to do, now this is the maximum flow rate. Now again we have to follow the same procedure in the reverse direction. Now I am going to decrease the fluid velocity. So by decreasing the fluid velocity we can see that the bed of that particle is going to decrease, but it will decrease up to the incipient point. It means that the pressure drop in the column till now it is the constant, and once it will reach at the incipient fluidization velocity, the pressure drop up to that point it will remain constant, and after that it will get. So here we can see that till now there is no pressure change. Now we can see that here the pressure is changing, because the fluid is not passing much from the fluidized bed. So in the manual it is given that the observation table, so we have to note down for a particular run, that is the run number 1, the height of the packing material which is already available in the video. Volumetric flow rate, we can see that we can calculate from the rotameter reading. So it was already visible in the video, and the manometer reading. So what is the manometer reading? That is the difference of the level of that particular fluid in the manometer. So by the use of all this data, we can calculate whatever we have to calculate it here, and all the formulas are given in this manual, and in the same way we can do the further experiments.